Have you ever looked around one day and thought, it feels like everything is changing: my body, my mind, even my relationships? Maybe your kids are busy with their own families now, old friends have drifted away, or you find yourself relying on others less and less. And sometimes it hits you, the support you always thought would be there, your family. Old friendships isn't always as reliable as you'd hoped. That can feel a little scary, can't it? But here's the thing. Life after 60 can be one of the most empowering chapters, if you learn where your true support really lies. And believe me, it's not just about who's around you, it's about the foundations you build for yourself today. We're going to talk about exactly that. In this video, we're going to explore 6 key pillars that will give you real, lasting support after 60. These are the things you can depend on no matter what changes come your way. Not family, not the expectation that others will always be there to catch you when you fall, but strengths that you can build for yourself to feel more secure, independent, and truly fulfilled. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive right in. Now, the first thing I want you to think about is this. How's your body feeling these days? Do you wake up with a few more aches and pains than you used to? Maybe your energy isn't quite what it was, or you're finding it takes longer to recover after a long walk or a day out with friends. That's perfectly normal. But here's the truth. Your physical health is one of the most important supports you'll ever have. You might not think of your body as a pillar, but it truly is. When you take care of your physical health, when you nourish it, move it, and rest it well, you're giving yourself a foundation that helps you stay independent, active, and engaged in life. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about simple, consistent habits that add up over time. A brisk 20-minute walk each day, stretching in the morning to keep your joints limber, gentle strength exercises to maintain your muscles. All of these are small things that pay off in big ways. When your body is strong, you can get up off the couch with ease, carry groceries without worrying, and say yes to spontaneous outings with friends. It builds confidence to dot. And let's not forget about nutrition. Eating real, whole foods, plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats keeps your energy levels steady and helps protect you from illnesses that can knock you off your feet. Even staying hydrated makes a world of difference in how you feel each day. When you take care of your body, you're telling yourself, I matter. My well-being matters, and that sense of self-care and respect can ripple through every part of your life. Now, while your physical health forms a strong foundation, there's something else that's just as vital, and that's your mindset. How you think about aging, your life, and yourself shapes everything, I know. Sometimes after 60, it's easy to slip into thoughts like, it's too late to change, or I'm too old to try something new. Maybe you've even caught yourself thinking, well, this is just how it is now. But those thoughts can quietly chip away at your motivation and joy. Here's what I've seen over and over again. The people who thrive after 60 are the ones who stay curious, open, and optimistic. They believe that every day is still a chance to grow, to learn, to explore. Think about it. When was the last time you tried something new? Even something simple like cooking a new recipe or learning a new song. Little experiences like that keep your mind sharp, your spirit lifted, and your heart engaged with life. One of the best ways to nurture a positive mindset is through gratitude. Each morning, before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, maybe the sunlight peeking through the curtains, the comfort of your warm blanket, or the simple joy of a good cup of coffee. When you start your day with gratitude, it sets a tone of positivity and resilience that can carry you through challenges. And on those tougher days, and we all have them, remind yourself, this moment is temporary. Life has its ups and downs, but you've made it this far, and you've handled so much already. You're stronger than you think. When you combine physical well-being with a resilient mindset, you start to feel more grounded and steady. But there's another pillar that often gets overlooked, and that's meaningful connection. Now, I know I just said that family can't always be your most reliable support, and that's true. Sometimes children are busy, or far away, or just not as available as we might have hoped. Friends may come and go, and that's okay. Because meaningful connection isn't just about who's been around the longest. It's about the quality of your relationships and how they make you feel at this stage of life. It's about finding those connections that lift you up, make you feel heard, and remind you that you belong. Maybe that's an old friend you call for a good chat, or a neighbor you meet for coffee. Maybe it's joining a local group, whether it's a book club, a walking group, or a community center class. The goal is to have people in your life who see you, value you, and bring joy into your days. And if making new connections feels a little daunting, you're not alone. Many people feel that way after 60. But often, the first step is simply showing up. Say yes to an invitation, strike up a conversation at the grocery store, smile at someone during your walk. You'd be surprised how many people are also looking for connection. They're just waiting for someone to open the door. So there you have it, your physical health, your mindset, and your meaningful connections are already 3 powerful supports you can lean on. And the beautiful thing is, they're all within your control. You're not waiting on someone else to show up. You're building these pillars yourself, brick by brick, choice by choice. If you're finding this helpful so far, be sure to click that like button and subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll get more videos like this, simple, practical ways to make this chapter of life your very best yet. Now that we've explored these key ideas together, let's keep going. Because once you begin to nurture those first 3 areas, your body, your mindset, and your meaningful connections, you start to realize how much strength you truly have within yourself. But let's keep building, because there's even more you can lean on as you move forward in life. Another pillar that becomes absolutely essential after 60 is having a sense of purpose. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken to people who've retired, thinking they would finally enjoy all this free time, only to find themselves feeling restless or even a little lost. The truth is, we humans need purpose. We need to feel like we're contributing, growing, and making a difference. No matter our age, that sense of purpose doesn't have to be something grand. It can be as simple as tending to your garden, volunteering at a local food bank, helping a neighbor, or teaching your grandchild a favorite recipe. It's the feeling that your actions matter, that you still have something to give and share. When you wake up each day with something to look forward to, no matter how small, it gives your life structure and meaning. It gives you a reason to get moving, to stay engaged, and to feel connected to the world around you. And here's a little tip. If you're not sure what your purpose looks like right now, think back to what's always made you feel good inside. Maybe it was caring for others, creating art, sharing knowledge, or being part of a community. Start there, experiment, try new things. You'll be surprised at how much life can still surprise you when you give it the chance. Now, as we talk about purpose, there's something else that goes hand in hand with it: financial peace of mind. I know money isn't the most exciting thing to talk about, but believe me, it's one of the strongest supports you can have after 60. It's not about how much you have, it's about knowing where you stand and being able to manage what you do have wisely. Because when you feel secure in your finances, you're free to enjoy life without that nagging worry in the back of your mind. Maybe you've noticed that expenses can creep up unexpectedly: medical costs, home repairs, gifts for the grandchildren. That's why having a simple, clear understanding of your budget can be so empowering. Even keeping a little emergency fund can bring such peace of mind. And if you ever feel overwhelmed about money matters, don't be afraid to reach out for guidance. Many community centers offer free workshops on budgeting for retirement, and there are plenty of professionals who can help simplify things for you. The key is to stay informed and proactive, because the more control you feel, the less stress you'll carry. What I've found is that when people feel steady in their finances, they also feel more open to saying yes to opportunities. Maybe it's a weekend trip, an art class, or a lunch date with friends. These moments enrich your life, and feeling financially prepared helps you embrace them fully. So now we've built on physical health, mindset, meaningful connections, sense of purpose, and financial peace of mind. But there's still one more piece I want to share with you today, one that often gets overlooked: emotional resilience. Life after 60 brings so many changes. Some are wonderful: more time for yourself, new experiences, deeper self-awareness. But others can be challenging: loss, health concerns, shifting family dynamics. And through it all, emotional resilience becomes the glue that holds it all together. Think of emotional resilience like a muscle. You can strengthen it over time. It's the ability to adapt, to bounce back from setbacks, and to find hope even when the road feels a little rough. One simple way to build this resilience is through self-compassion. When something doesn't go the way you'd hoped, or when you're feeling low, treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a dear friend. Say to yourself, "It's okay. I'm doing the best I can." That simple act can soften the harsh inner voice we all sometimes hear and help you move forward with greater ease. Another powerful tool is reflection. Journaling, for example, is a wonderful way to process emotions and gain perspective. You don't have to be a writer to journal. Just jot down your thoughts, your feelings, what you're grateful for. It's a private space where you can be completely honest with yourself. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns and strengths you didn't even realize you had. And finally, never underestimate the power of seeking support when you need it. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, joining a support group, or speaking with a counselor, reaching out can lighten your load more than you might expect. There's great strength in knowing when to ask for a hand. By nurturing emotional resilience, you're preparing yourself to handle life's changes with grace and courage. It helps you stay grounded, hopeful, and ready to face each new day. So here we are: physical health, mindset, meaningful connection, sense of purpose, financial peace of mind, and emotional resilience. When you focus on these pillars, you're creating a life that's not just about getting by, but about truly thriving. And the beauty of all this is that it's never too late to begin. Each small step you take today builds a stronger, more supportive foundation for tomorrow. If this conversation is resonating with you, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to the channel for more thoughtful, practical ideas to help you live your best life after 60. It means so much to have you here in this community. Let's keep going together. because the more you invest in these pillars, the stronger and more independent you'll feel, not just today, but in all the years to come. And while life after 60 certainly brings its own set of challenges, it also opens the door to possibilities that many people never imagined. You've earned this chapter, and it can be one of the most fulfilling times in your life as you continue to lean on these supports: your physical well-being, your positive mindset, your connections, purpose, financial security, and emotional resilience. Will start to notice something remarkable. You no longer feel as dependent on what others do or don't do for you. Whether family is nearby or far away, whether old friendships shift or change, you have your own strong foundation to stand on. And here's an important truth: even if family is loving and supportive, which is wonderful, your life shouldn't be built around waiting for their visits or their approval. That's not where lasting happiness comes from. It comes from knowing that you have cultivated your own sources of strength and joy. This is why so many people in their 60s, 70s, and even beyond begin to rediscover passions they set aside years ago. Maybe it's painting, writing, dancing, traveling, learning a new language, things that make you feel alive again. And there's something so liberating about reaching a point in life where you can finally say, I'm doing this for me. Not for work, not for obligation, but for your own personal fulfillment. As you build these pillars, life's little frustrations and disappointments won't knock you down the way they once might have. You'll start to see yourself with more compassion, recognizing all the wisdom you've gathered along the way. Every challenge you've faced has made you stronger, more adaptable, more you. And if there's one message I hope you take away from this today, it's that it's never too late to start strengthening these parts of your life. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, every small step matters. You might start by adding a 5-minute stretch in the morning, reaching out to an old friend for coffee, trying out a free class at your community center, or writing down a few thoughts in a journal each evening. Little by little, these steps create momentum. Before long, you may find yourself waking up with a renewed sense of excitement about the day ahead, and that is a beautiful thing. So, as we wrap up today's conversation, let's take a moment to remember the core idea we've explored together. True lasting support after 60 comes not from waiting on family or relying on circumstances you can't control. It comes from within, from the strong, reliable pillars you build for yourself. Your body, your mind, your connections, your purpose, your financial well-being, and your emotional resilience. These are what will carry you forward, no matter what life brings. And remember, no one builds these pillars perfectly. Some days will be easier than others. The key is to keep showing up for yourself. Keep taking those small, steady steps. The more you do, the more empowered, independent, and joyful you'll feel. I'd love to hear from you. What's one pillar you feel strong in right now, or one you'd like to start working on? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy reading them and seeing the wisdom you bring to this community. And if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep bringing you more content to support and inspire your journey. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Here's to living your very best life at any age. Take good care, and I'll see you in the next video.